losers, winner's side top 8 qualifier. I believe it is actually.
It is loser's side.
It is okay.
Yeah. So winner of this
Money
will take on Spargo in top 8 loser's side. So we're going to be getting into Monte, Louis Money, Game & Watch Palu, starting here on PS2.
These guys going right into it. PS2, another Game & Watch set for us. Coming off of that Mega Man, and Steve said we got ourselves a little bit more of an explosive set with Palu, piloted by Louis Money. You know, he is as explosive as it gets at the moment. One of the best players doing it right now and throwing these hands early and often in this set with a nice 87% lead at the start.
In early meta, this was the matchup that was really gatekeeping Game & Watch, right? Because you have such prominent walling tools from Palu with those back airs, that dash attack. She has a lot of good range that Game & Watch has to work his way through. So it's going to be up to Monte in order to find his way through that wall. Louis Money getting off to a great start here, though, just trying to find that last corner scenario. He continues to go deep for these edge guards.
Very, very deep. I was a little surprised that he managed to get all the way back. Got me a little scared. Dealing way too low into that bottom blast zone, but that up tilt, not surprisingly, not taking that first stock off of Monte and catching him with that nair as Louis Money tries to get back with that platform cancel perhaps, but that back throw probably, yes it will, give Louis Money this lead early in this set.
Game & Watch extremely light, one of the lightest in the game. Palu with no short of his kill power in the corner, so we're going to clean that up. But has yet to put on any percent here. Finally getting an opening. Going to be a lot of up airs coming through on Monte. Now the question is, Mochi, how is Monte going to find this stock? He cannot get his feet back on stage.
He tried to by catching a dash attack on the side, but another back air. Sparking but not killing. Air dodging back to stage and tries yet again. Oh my gosh, calls out the up tilt, the spot dodge of Louis Money, but still unable to find it. I don't have an answer for you, Pal. It is looking rough. And a great mix-up on the teleport. Throwing Louis Money off stage, trying to find anything to take this first stock from Louis Money. And finally finding that forward air, but still way too much percent on the second stock. Might be too much for Monte as he tries to fight his way back into this game.
Trying to get that first stop, but Louis Money going to drain the invincibility on that respawn with the teleport cancels. Just needs one more good hit in the corner. We saw the second stock from Monte. And we're so used to the patented advantage state from Game & Watch, right? And there's been very few opportunities for Monte to get damage, and there won't be another opportunity on that second stock as Louis Money takes another clean one here to go up a full stock here.
And only that 4% on that second stock is Louis as he's dashing back and forth on that ledge. Giving Monte that stage control, that's fine. He's just going to teleport to the other side and steal that stage control right back. Breaking Monte's ankles to get that stage control and now forcing Monte onto that ledge. Unable to get any real footing.
That Nair has been completely ineffective so far in this set. Finally getting a combo started here for Monte, but only about 37%, which you're so used to Game & Watch getting so much more as he continues this advantage state, but has just a full stock lead for Louis Money that he needs to continue to whittle into.
And if it ain't a Nair, it's not really leading too much for Monte. The forward airs are kind of threatening, but they're not really doing much aside from pressuring that platform. Louis Money is all right to stay away from it and then wait for his openings, and he is finding them often as he continues with this pressure off stage, looking for maybe a down air, but no sir, gonna be patient, gonna keep it together, going for that down throw, back air, not gonna connect with that jab. Big damage. A
lot of damage, big damage. And Louis Money continues to challenge off stage as you were talking about. You're not so used to Palutena just holding ledge, looking for those down tilts and a back air, but Louis has continued to apply pressure, really trying to show how vulnerable Game & Watch can be in the right scenarios off stage.
And very, very vulnerable. Now sitting at 125%. Anything is going to be the end, and it's gonna be that back air. 125, straight to the schnoz. 1-0 for Louis Money.
And just showing how difficult this matchup can be for a Game & Watch. When Palutena's moving and grooving with that good aerial mobility, walling out with those back airs, just continues to bob and weave around you, it's really difficult to get those openings consistently, even if you're just continuing to take hit after hit from Palu. Not necessarily a big damage, unless it's that early percent, but it really builds over time.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's that explosive damage. Like, we know those nair combos and those up air combos, and Game & Watch is kind of is a lot of the same stuff, like those nairs and those up airs to rack up a lot of percent. It's just not as it's not as impactful as I guess. Yes, there you go.
But here's some good consistent damage, and that's going to be a rare edge guard on Palutena. Wow, Monte coming out firing in this game too.
Yeah, swiping the jump early and then catching the recovery. Going to be a very much needed lead after that first game for Monte as we go to Hollow Bastion now. Louis got to find his footing and just reset. You may be down in stock, but you really gotta hold it down if you're that low and that far off. Might have saved him there, Monte.
I think he did. That could have very well been a big lead for Monte. 3 stocks to 1, but still in great shape here over on Hollow Bastion. Off stage once again, though. Louis Money trying to hack into this lead. But Monte continues to stifle, but going into the loving wings of Palutena is going to be losing a stock to that explosive flame.
Man, 2 low percentage shots, but he lands both of them. First with the F smash and then that explosive flame as he's fallen way into the depths of the Hollow Bastion bottom blast zone, but managing to get an even stock count, but percentages are anything but as Monte continues to put the pressure on off stage. That back air very close to hitting, but not quite. Late hit of the dash attack and that forward tilt out there for a long time, but not getting any of those hits. Nice grab from Louis as he puts the pressure on the ledge.
Slowly but surely knocking down this defense from Monte. Monte has not been able to get a meaningful hit in quite some time, starting to hunt for some forward airs. Just needs to get himself in the right spot to get a stock. That downer not quite going to take it, but starting to just get to that percent where a lot from Game & Watch is going to get it done.
And we're seeing how nice it is for Game & Watch to play with a lead and how hard it is for another player like Palutena, maybe it's just everyone, to break through all the onslaught that is Game & Watch to bring it to even.
We saw it earlier in the Mia Wrath set. Wrath, a really strong offense, but did not really have the opportunities to break that wall when he was behind. A character that has just a significant, consistent game plan in neutral gets to rinse and repeat until he finds that opening he wants with those nairs, with those up Bs, when he has that lead, and you're seeing Louis Money struggle to find an answer now that he's down a full stock.
And a nice little teleport cancel back here, but to no avail. Going to continue to get juggled with these up airs. Lot of percent onto Louis Money, throwing out another smash attack to try and even up these stocks, but
the batting averaging lower and lower on those smash attacks in this set for Louis Money, trying to make something happen. But the more he swings, the more he misses, and the more the lead extends for Monte. Another up B just for a little more damage. Looking for just one more corner scenario to try to finish out this stock and even up the set. Almost had an up smash there.
Almost. He was very close. Almost even had that back air, but that nair, not enough. Ooh, grabs that bucket with the explosive flame in it, but that is going to continue into this stock. I do believe the bucket carries over through stocks, and now we got even stocks in this game too, and Monte with a very, very large lead, wasting the bucket, and we'll see if Louis Money can bring this back to even.
We've seen some perfect stocks from Louis Money in the past. You think back to Afterburner, where he had to play with perfection to beat Peanut. He can do it here, but needs to find his way around these hitboxes from Game & Watch, avoid parry scenarios, and especially avoid those forward airs.
Yeah, and he has been avoiding just about everything that Monte is throwing out with that shield specifically, and even clipping the bomb with the nair, but can't land at the moment. That up throw, man, oh man. I've seen a lot.
I've seen that move kill.
I have not, and I can now bring, that can be checked off of my Smash bucket list. I've now seen a Game & Watch throw kill.
You think about characters like Snake, where even if you live till forever against them, he can cook a grenade and throw it. Game & Watch has that same capability with those nairs towards the top blast zone with that up throw at like 180, 190%. Which in this game, when you can build up such consistent damage at lower percent, a huge get to be able to do that at higher percent.
And all that to say, Louis Money ST'd or lost his stock very,
that was a great ass edge guard from Monte.
Yeah, it was. He jumped on an opportunity and he took it, and that is why we're sitting at 1-1. Oh my gosh, Louis! He wants these smash attacks, and I don't blame him. They are fun to do. They're fun to hit.
That
But
one,
man,
that
it's
was
early.
a great position for that, where you were not going to get really any meaningful punish if it didn't connect. But I like the way that Louis Money started this game, kind of chopping up with those fairs just to hold that and apply that forward pressure. He wasn't using that too much earlier in the set. But immediately Monte responding, and he's starting to be able to find himself some more consistent damage in this set as well.
Yeah, and I feel like Louis is playing around a little bit too loosely with these forward airs of Game & Watch. He is starting to dash attack and back air them. He's just playing around a little too much. Might want to respect that move just a little bit more, as they were kind of tough to deal with in that second game, indeed, in where he lost. But now holding down the ledge, but that roll to down tilt gonna give Monte another lead early in this game.
And you wouldn't expect that too on the bigger stage of PS2. There's a lot of room for Palutena to operate, but Monte continues to find more and more holes throughout this set on this defense of Louis Money. And still be able to find 80% of the second stock, and he does make it back to stage.
Monte's evasion has been on point. Staying alive has been incredibly impressive for Monte, but not in that instance. The forward air, Nair, is going to bring this to an even game, but Monte going to come out early with the double back air off stage. Only 23%, but the pressure is still there. Misses that grab. Dash grab, not an awesome option, but able to get around that turnaround Nair with his own up B.
Here we go, looking for more Nairs and a ledge trap here. Louis Money just has not been able to get those same openings as the set goes on. But slowly but surely finding his way, just inching out of the corner, avoiding this onslaught from Monte, but he's forced into the corner and off stage yet again.
He seems content to just stay on the ledge, stay in his own space. Awesome for Louis that did not bury, because that absolutely would have been an F smash followed by a scoreboard check. But still, Monte, the pressure on the ledge is what is keeping this lead in his favor. So much damage on Louis Money, all on the ledge.
Louis Money does have the option to teleport cancel out of the corner too with those platforms, but gonna have to be on this last stock because he's lost yet another one. As the set goes on, Monte just continues to pile on more and more percent, and Louis Money has not found the same openings.
And it's his survivability. In that first game, he was losing his stocks in like pretty routine ways, but now he's just not dying. He is forcing Louis Money to make incredible callouts and awesome conditioning just to take a single stock.
It's worth noting too that these are two California players. Well, Louis Money being from NorCal, I'm not positive if Monte is NorCal or SoCal, but they have quite a good amount of time, so they're very familiar with each other. You have to imagine they both came into this set with a game plan in mind for the other one. You're seeing Monte continues to execute better and better as the set goes on. Almost nearly lapped Louis Money full stock percent-wise here in game 3.
And these smash attacks just seem way too aggressive. Yeah, okay. Here you go.
That is a stock, that is a back throw, but 80% nearly, going to be up to 90 now. Monte's so consistent with his defense and his offense.
The transition from keeping Louis from landing and then just into the instant offense. And it has been struggling, Louis, to get off the ledge, up to 133% onto this Palutena, and Monte is just one good hit away from going up 2-1.
Up to 163% on Louis Money. A fair in the corner will absolutely get it done. Are you going to be looking for a backer as well? It's going to be a dash attack? Not quite.
Nah, that's not good enough. You got to find something a little stronger than that. 184 now on the ledge. Gets a good grab off stage now. Back throw just to give the pressure for Monte. And he kind of has to give up that stage.
Trade with a down air here, but has that big up air from Palutena. Just dashing through. Oh no. A back air, a forward air. Monte finally going to get that explosion on the ground and get himself into a 2-1 record in this set.
I feel like Louis was looking for a back air to cancel out the bomb before it exploded, but just wasn't quick enough on the trigger. And now Monte pretty dominantly in a 2-1 lead.
I didn't think PS2 did Louis Money any favors in that game. It felt like Monte just set up shop under that platform and just continued to ledge trap over and over. Louis Money was not getting those low percent air combos to get an early lead. Having a lot of space, you think would lend itself to Palutena, but just did not reset and couldn't get that offense going.
Right, and the way that Monte was holding Louis onto the ledge and just racking up the percent that way felt very Samus-esque, but it also, Game & Watch is just as capable of it, and Monte also recognizing when he needs to step back and just not continue that pressure. He's gotten enough, and now back-to-back explosive flames has Louis in the driver's seat early in this game 4. Kind of has to. He's potentially on his last game of this tournament.
And it's what you need. You need to come out swinging when you potentially be down and out. But Monte responding in kind with a bit of a juggle here, but not too much damage. But again, a mistimed dash attack is going to be more up Bs. And talking about before the game too, just there's not been many openings for Louis Money as far as nair usage in neutral. Monte's been firmly planted on stage, really not given the opportunities to get those combo starters, so starting to poke more with those fairs. But as you get these higher percent, neither of these guys gets a ton of damage.
It feels like Louis Money keeps landing with an aggressive option, and against Game & Watch, that doesn't feel like an awesome, like the best option. But it worked there with that nair, and perhaps it's something that he's picked up in their many sets that they played against each other. But we've seen it work before, and it is like keeping things even at the moment. And now that the pace has way slowed down as Louis looks for his openings and is precise with that forward air, pushing Monte off stage, got that down tilt to connect. Now looking to continue, take the stock maybe with a back air perhaps. Nah, that up B is going to snuff out any grab attempt that I could feel coming from sneaking around the back of Monte.
Yeah, absolutely was hunting for it there to try to get the cheeky stock, but needs to avoid these up smashes coming through from Monte. Oh, again, a re-rolling, not going to be buried, but he's still in the corner and doing with this offense from Monte. So careful.
Unable to find any meaningful opening is Louis Money, but finally getting that dash attack. But no, it's not enough. Not even up in that corner is he going to get that stock off of that dash attack. Not falling off with that nair is going to be enough. But that down smash doesn't even matter if it buries or not. That's going to be that stock. First stock to Monte. Looking really good, and then leaving it all out there with that dash attack. And now we got ourselves a very even 2-stock game.
It's going to be going down to the wire already. 2.5 minutes off the clock in this one. These guys are playing so carefully, but here's a big opener from Monte. Going to be 50% on the board after what was such a slow opening to the game. This starts to feel just very dispiriting for Louis Money when this could potentially your last game. You just can't get more than one nair at a time.
Yeah, and every time he gets one hit, Monte is out of there. Straight with that ejector seat and hasn't gotten a single berry this entire set with that down smash. Louis Money is taking whatever gods that is keeping him out of that ground. There we go. Taking that goddess to keep him out of there, but not enough grace can save you from rolling behind and getting hit with that up smash. Louis Money is at his wit's end, trying to deal with Monte's onslaught of pressure. Now on his tournament stock, looking to make this a one-stock game as he's got Monte off stage. Scary angle on that recovery, but no up smash, not even coming out.
Did he use his jump? He did not. He will make it back, but another ledge trap getting cooked up by Monte. More damage coming through. Money continues to struggle to find his way out of this corner, continues to not use those teleport cancels.
Nah, Louis Money is really limiting his ledge options, and Monte has really got a good download on what he likes to do to get off of the ledge, and he is not dying. The Game & Watch's survivability is higher than I have ever seen a Game & Watch have it, and Monte going deep for that back air, not getting it, connected with that drop down up air is Louis, bringing this to a one-stock game, but the air dodge into the up smash. Louis Money is closer and closer to losing this set and getting out at 9th place. Monte wanting to take that spot in top 8 at Flash Flood.
One more ledge trap is all he needs. One more up smash. He's looking just to continue to attack on this damage. Louis Money cannot get back to the stage and get any damage going.
And even if he does get a grab, he's just going to get ejector seated, and that up B is going to be right there. Doesn't get a nair, lands on the platform. Monte gets, okay, there's one. Yep, there it goes, right out of there. And gets hit with another up B, 177. Louis Money has to play an absolutely perfect stock for the rest of this game, but they pushed to the down air. Steve who? Game & Watch can do the same thing as Monte unlocks the door with that key to top 8.
I have never seen that before, and he busted out at the perfect time. You see exactly